So today in this session we will demonstrate about determination of viscosity index by rhetoriskometer. So objective of this experiment will be determination of viscosity index. In this demonstration we will mainly concentrate on the experimental work. We will brief you about the experiment, how to perform the experiment, how to take observation and report result. So first you should know what is viscosity index. And viscosity index is a unitless number on a conventional scale which characterize IL for variation of viscosity with temperature. Higher the viscosity index, smaller will be variation of viscosity with temperature and vice versa. Mainly done for automotive IL like engine IL, lube IL, etc. It can be done for other ILs also, but this one is IL sample whose viscosity index is to be measured. So by using this instrument, rhetoriskometer, first we will find out viscosity of IL sample. Then we have to calculate viscosity index separately by using a formula given in the instruction sheet. Okay, to calculate viscosity index, only two observations of viscosity are required. First, kinematic viscosity at 40 degrees Celsius. Second, kinematic viscosity at 100 degrees Celsius. Only these two observations are required to calculate viscosity index. So by using this rhetoriskometer, first we will find out these two values of kinematic viscosity at two temperatures, at 40 and at 100 degrees Celsius. Okay, instrument. This is the whole view of rhetoriskometer, and this rhetoriskometer consists of a sample container. This one is sample container. See from the top, this one is sample container. There is a small orifice fitted at the bottom of this container. There is a small orifice fitted at the bottom of this container which allows IL flow. And there is a ball. It will work as a stopper. If you leave it freely, it will block the orifice, it will block the flow. This sample container is surrounded by an automatic temperature controlled IL bath for heating purpose, for heating the sample indirectly. Then this one is lid. Then there is thermometer, there is analog thermometer, and there is a analog thermometer. It will be placed in this holder like this. Then again there is a thermometer. This one is digital thermometer. It is temperature indicator cum controller also. It will control the bath temperature at preset value. If it is set at 40 degrees, it will automatically maintain bath temperature at 40 degrees Celsius. Now see, this one is sample receiver, and 50 ml is marked here on the neck of this receiver. 50 ml is marking here. Okay, and there are two switches also. One is for steering, make it on throughout the experiment for fast rate of heat transfer from bath to sample. Second is switches for light, just for visibility, make it on while taking observation. It is just for background visibility. Okay, first we have to find out viscosity. As you know, viscosity is generally defined as resistance of oil to flow, but with rhetoriskometer we will define viscosity in terms of time, in seconds, and it will be defined as efflux or drain out time of 50 ml of sample. Drain out time of 50 ml of sample. So now see how to perform the experiment. First, sample is filled in the container up to guided mark, up to tip of a pointer. Up to tip of a pointer. Okay. Then close this lid. Place a thermometer in this slot like this. First touch it to bottom, then lift it up little bit, and it is in degree Celsius. Then for first observation, you have to set the bath temperature at 40 degrees Celsius. Current temperature of oil bath. By pressing it, you can see the set point. It is already set at 40 degree. If you have to change the set point, you have to use upward or downward key. Press this button, hold it, and simultaneously use up or down keys to modify the setting. Okay, for first observation, already it is set at 40 degrees Celsius, but don't follow this temperature. Follow this temperature, sample temperature only. When it reaches to 40 degrees Celsius, then first empty this receiver, okay, then place it properly so that only dripping inside the receiver, then lift it up so that only dripping inside the receiver. Then you have to note down filling time up to this mark by using a stopwatch. Okay, this is the procedure. Just I am telling you procedure. Note down filling time up to this mark. This will be first observation. After taking first observation, again first block the orifice. By leaving it freely, block the orifice, transfer the sample to container. Now set the temperature at 100 degrees Celsius. Again wait for some time. Actually there will be lagging between these two temperatures, sample temperature and bath temperature. And sample temperature will take much time to reach this value. So when sample temperature or temperature in an analog thermometer reaches to desired temperature either 40 or 100, then lift it up and get the second observation also. Start. So you have taken two observations, one at 40 and another at 100 degrees Celsius. You have taken observation of viscosity in seconds. Now by using this formula, either this one or this one, you have to convert those seconds into centistokes. That is a standard unit of viscosity. Condition of using this formula is, if efflux time is less than 100 seconds, you have to apply first one, otherwise second one for conversion from seconds to centistokes. This way you have got two values of viscosity, first at 40 degree, second at 100 degrees Celsius. Now, you have to calculate this formula. Vi is equal to L minus U divided by L minus H into 100. It can be written in the form of L minus U divided by D into 100 also. So you have to use this final formula to calculate viscosity index. In this formula, U is kinematic viscosity of sample at 40 degrees Celsius, and L and H. L is kinematic viscosity of reference oil having zero viscosity index at 40 degrees Celsius, whose kinematic viscosity is same as sample at 100 degrees Celsius. Similarly, you can define H also. H is kinematic viscosity of a reference oil having 100 viscosity index at 40 degrees Celsius, again whose kinematic viscosity is same as sample at 100 degrees Celsius. Now I am showing you a sample observation, calculation and result just for your ease. ये एक पोर्शन लेना, ठीक है. Two observations. First, at 40 degrees Celsius, efflux time is 489 seconds. Second, at 100 degrees Celsius, efflux time is 66 seconds. Then by using given formula, we have to convert this seconds into centistokes. Here it is converted in centistokes. At 40 degree, 489 seconds will be converted into 120.7 mm square per second or 120.7 centistokes. One centistokes is equal to 1 mm square per second. And secondly, at 100 degree, 66 seconds will be converted into 14.4 mm square per second. And so, using formula L minus U, we are using formula L minus U divided by L minus H into 100. So, we have taken observation of viscosity at 40 degree, that will be directly used as the U. Then we have to find out values of L and H. There are two procedures to get the values of L and H. If kinematic viscosity of sample at 100 degree is less than 70 mm square per second or 70 centistokes, then we have to use these given tables to extract the values of L and H. Otherwise, we have to calculate the values of L and H by the given formulas. Okay. So, in this case, kinematic viscosity of sample at 100 degrees is less than desired, less than 70, it is 66. So, we have to use these tables to get the values of L and H. So, how to see this table? How to extract the values of L and H from this table? See, second calculated value, kinematic viscosity at 100 degrees Celsius, what you have calculated, see that value in this first column of table. See that value in this first column of the table. Like in this sample case, it was 14.4 mm square per second. So, in this table, see 14.4. It will be somewhere 14.4. And extract the corresponding 14.4, this one, and extract the corresponding values of L and H. This way, you will get the values of L and H. Now, put these three values in the formula, L minus U divided by L minus H into 100. And you will get viscosity index, value of viscosity index. And viscosity index is always reported in whole number. If it comes in fraction, then it will be rounded to nearest whole number. And there is one more condition. If it comes exactly halfway in between two numbers, then it will be rounded to nearest even number only. Okay.